So here, today I decided I'm going to just, I don't know, just have some fun, tell you a little bit about what I do with my flute, other than just improvising and playing a piece here and there. I thought I was brainstorming a few days ago as to what I should do for a flute video that wasn't always just performing or something like that. That wasn't also an instructional video because, well, Jen makes good instructional videos and I really am not equipped to do instructional videos. However, I thought I would just tell you how I set up my flute and a few little things I like to do with it. Maybe this is a precursor to a longer video. I've done most of the videotaping for these sections for it quite a while ago, and I just haven't gotten around to actually doing the video. Well, putting it together, editing it, putting it on YouTube. So this is my unedited sneak peek or something. Really, this won't be in it, so I don't know if that makes any sense. So here we go. There was a discussion going on this morning online about the placement or the position of the head joint in relation to the body of the flute. Head joint, body, foot joint comes up hard too. I'm not going to take the foot joint out. Well, why not? Let's take the foot joint off too. Foot joint, 3 pieces of flute. I'm going to put the head joint on the table so that I don't risk dropping it. Okay, first things first. The foot joint, a lot of people line up the foot joint so that, I don't know if you can see that on here, but so that the little volley at the end of the rod of the foot joint lines up with this exact center, so about like that, of the key beside it on the body of the flute. I don't like doing that. I like rolling it back just maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 millimeters so that it rests about like that, so that the little ball is just a bit back, maybe, oh, I'd say 1/3 of the way into the key, the next over here, a bit further back. So this is the back of the flute. This is the way you play the flute. So if the ball is rolled back just a little bit, that's where I like it. It just I find that if the rod is connected or lined up with the center of the key, then I find I have to reach a bit too far with my pinky and it can create a lot of tension, and I've been known to do weird things with my pinky in the past, so I would have a lot of reaching, and so I like to move it back about like that. There we go, so that it's just right under my finger, no problems whatsoever. Head joint alignment. I don't know if you can see, they're mostly worn off on here. I need to remark them, but on here you can see it if it shows up on the video. A lot of fingerprints. There's a little black marking on there that has a nice pen that's meant for shiny surfaces. It does wear off. It can also come off with rubbing alcohol if it needs to be changed or something. So I've got a little tiny line with 2 little pokey things coming up off a line. If you see, that's what I've drawn on there. And that gives me exactly how far in I like to push my head joint. So I don't know if you can see right here how that shows up on the side of the flute. Again, fingerprinty. But that's where I put it so that because what's really hard is if you have to tune every time you put your flute together, so you know every time you have to take the tuner out and get the little thing in the middle, or tune out with an ensemble. If everybody has their flute marked up so we know exactly how far to push in or pull out, because it changes how sharp or flat you are, then it's perfect. You don't ever have to take extra time. Of course, if you're tuning with the piano, it's important to check anyway, because pianos aren't necessarily always exactly on A440 or A442 or whatever, wherever you are in the world. And this is the discussion that was going on this morning about how far out or forward or backwards to roll the head joint. So what is told to all the band students and all the beginner students, or if you buy a flute and it has an instruction manual of some sort, which I don't think I've seen, but anyway, it'll say line up the center of the blowhole with the center of this top key right here. Well, that's fine and dandy if you have a very concave, I believe, chin. But then what happens is, if you don't, like me, then in order to create good tone, you have to roll the flute back. I don't know if you can see that the rods are more directly on the back of the flute and the keys are all tilted about like this. Well, that creates a lot of tension. You have to have a lot of tension in both hands, especially the right hand, to keep it from falling over, because it'll fall over. So I do it. This is what Jen's instructional video covered all of this morning, but I'm just saying it just for interest's sake. So I put it at the top, put them at the top so it can't fall over, perfectly like this. See? I can balance it like this, no problem. Of course, then I sacrifice tone. So, to create the same position, the blowhole on my lips, I just slide the head joint back, rotate it about 4 to 5 millimeters. Personally, this is for me. You can change with everybody. Everybody's lip shape and face shape is different. So don't take my word for it. But, so that's why I have those little markings, so I know exactly how far to roll back. And that way I can have them parallel, my fingers, my keys parallel to the ceiling. And great tone. So, that's what I do there. I'm probably going to eventually get asked about the little stickies on the front. You've probably seen, I think I had a blue one on last time, or maybe I put the black one on. It's Jen's idea, and I think it's great because the little bow pep, which I used for a year, which is a commercial plastic product that you can stick on the front, broke after a year of using it. I don't know, that's $8, it breaks. So it makes it so that, because you have to rest the flute right here, so it makes it cushy and soft. And so that's what that's for. I just take a pencil, it's one of those little pencil grip things, slip the back of it, and I put a little two-sided tape on it. Jen uses like that sticky stuff for putting pictures on the wall without using pins. I just, any gum that's left for me, I just use a little bit of rubbing alcohol. Or just my finger and rub it and it comes off fine. The other thing I have is this marvelous little invention. It's got hair on it. Flutists will know what this is. It's called a Thumbport. And it's great. I love this thing. It fits onto the back of my flute right here behind the F key. I don't know if you can see. Getting caught on my flute. About like that. I haven't checked it, double checked it, but I think that's, yeah, that's about right. And then the flute, the thumb rests just like that. I rest it about like that. It's not, you're not using the ledge like this. You are resting it. So this whole gray part there, sorry, it comes in different colors. But I opted for something that would blend in a little bit better than pink or green, even though I have to admit the pink was very tempting. So, yeah, that's what that's for. So now you know what my little things on my flute are for. The random markings on the back, the colorful squishies on the front, and the Thumbport. And other than that, my flute's just fingerprinty. I'm back at work on scales.